Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Guzzy and this is Chat with Guzzy. Please, if you're here to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. On this particular video, we're talking about the day 4 of the Big Brother reunion season 9, the No Lose Guard season. And I must say, tonight we had a lot of banter, yes. Like a lot of people were just going at themselves with different insults. But let's start from the very beginning. We had Ben talking about his dynamic with TJ. Mind you, TJ did not come for the reunion, yes. So he went on to explain his situation with TJ and how, their relationship now isn't good, yes. For him, some conversations that TJ had did not sit down well with him. There was a time he had gone into the diary room. Big Brother had asked him about his close connection in the house. And to that, he had responded by saying Ozzy is like his best friend in the house. And that just threw him off, yes. Also, he stated that, that whole thing of him saying that the godfather of his twins will be the Mbadiwe twins. Yes, for him, he felt like, this is a decision where you have to speak with your wife first. Also, you were not there when your wife gave birth and you're just going ahead to give a decision like this. Your wife doesn't know these people. Oh, I'm not even saying give me, but then again, sit with your wife and talk about the godfathers before you then give godfather to somebody else. So he felt like, you know what? For him, that just had to do with ass licking. Yes, and he is not up for that. He also spoke about how, to be fair to TJ reached out to him after the show. Yes. And he had reached out to him when he realized that, okay, he actually did fuck up. But then again, as at the time TJ reached out to him, in brain, he had still a touch, yes, and he was still very much angry. So he did not respond. So that's that on that. However, he does not regret going on the show with TJ because, anything could have happened. He could have gone on that show with somebody else and then something bad would have happened. So he doesn't even regret the fact that he went with TJ, even though, that relationship was tested and it is what it is right now. Moving from that, we got to see the talk of the winner. Yes, that whole talk of who deserved to win. Kellyrea did not deserve to win. And you know that this talk has been everywhere, yes. And Sean, he's not the only person that felt that way. But he was one of the first people to voice it out. So now, when asked about it, Kassia had said that for her, she just wants to ask Sean that what exactly did he do in the house except kissing? Yes, because she does not understand what Sean did in the house that they did not do or that Kellyrea did not do. So she wants to know what he did on the show that he's saying someone else did not deserve the money. And Sean has said, for him, he was talking based off of the fact that he was in the house. He was not talking based off of the fact that he's a viewer, but based off the fact that he's in the house and he's experiencing everyone one-on-one. And he still stands by what he said. Yes, Sean still stood by what he said, saying that for him, Kellyrea did not deserve to win. Yes, if he was asked, like, who do you think would win and all that, he would say Wani or Onyeka because, those people did entertain. And this is him just talking from his own point of view. And then Kassia went at him again, talking about, okay, so is it the people that are most entertaining that always win the show and all that? And for him, he stated that, he is not an expert in that field because he just started watching the show not long ago. He started from Fina's set. So he really cannot say, yes. But that was his own point of view, which he still stands by. However, he has not been watching the show and all. And she kept on doing, you were talking as if you knew the show, blah, blah, blah. For me, I'm like, you know what? Just calm down. Baba still stood by what he said. And that is his own point of view. And for me, he's entitled to his point of view. You shouldn't stress something like this. You won, you won. You people won. Nobody can take it away from you. Allow them express themselves however they want to. It does not change the fact that you won. For me, that's how I see it. And why I'm saying you won, referring to Kassia, is because Kellyrea won. She and Kellyrea, they are married, so they are one. So it is their money. Now, they had gone on to that whole Kelly's tweets and all. Now, Kelly had explained that someone sitting there had come to him to tell him that there were people talking about him not deserving of his win. Yes, but he refused to call the person's name. And I'm like, which kind you yet in beyond this one? Why you not they call the person name? You, no matter how much you try to dog it, you are not calling the person's name now. That also influenced part of your thinking. Well, He stated that the person came to meet him talking about how they were gossiping about it. There were 4 or 5 of them. I mean, Sean was there, Mbadiwe twins were there. He cannot, like, and other people were here, that he did not ask questions. The person was just there telling him that, okay, oh, see, this is what they were saying. And for him, it was like, okay, he would not act on it, because I mean, what if it's even the person that was telling him that see, what if it's that person that had said something like that, so he was not going to act on it. But now you bringing it up in the reunion means a part of you actually did think of this. That's the way I see it though. Well, he continued by saying that, I mean, if anyone sitting there feels like they are worthy to be winners over another person and all that, then they are dumb. That most people came into the house and they came with their emotions rather than their brains. They came to act with their emotions and all. And that was not his storyline. Yes. He said that, I mean, he hears things like he did not do anything and all that. And he's wondering what made people feel that way. That, I mean, he did not entertain, yet he was the one singing in the house and all. That some of the housemates even started copying him, like Nelly. Yes. And then he was like, Nelly started singing. Why was she singing? Why was she entertaining through music when she's not a singer? And then he was like, must she be a singer to sing? What the fuck is that? You guys? And that was how Kassia entered the picture. Kassia and Nelly started going at themselves. I mean, 2 of them were just insulting themselves. And when Ebuka had asked her, okay, what riled you up, Kassia? She had said that, I mean, she was just trying to shut Nelly up. Yes, because Nelly had said something to Kelly. And I'm wondering, you're trying to shut her up. Why? Plus, it was what the fuck she said. For me, that initial this thing could have been avoided. Yes. Although I know that these 2 ladies are not in good terms. But then again, that particular one could have been avoided. Where Kellyrea continued talking about how he's not even bragging, but if he enters the show again with some of the people that are seated there with him, he will still win over them again. I'm like, it's all right. This sort of confidence. But then again, he says some, not all. So I agree with him. I mean, he is a winner. And then the whole back and forth continued with them, Nelly and Kassia, and then Nelly, started talking, and for her, she was like that. I mean, she loved Kellyrea in the house, yes, and what Sean said is not from a bad place. Yes, it is from his own point of view as a contestant, and I mean, she also shares the same point of view that if you're in the house, you by yourself, you'll be able to count your own top 5. It's not that deep. You go fit count your own top 5 and all that. So it's not an issue with Kelly. And for her, she does not even have an issue with Kelly winning. Yes. And that was why she was surprised that after the show and all that, because during the show, they supported each other. So after the show, she was surprised that, I mean, after media rounds, they stopped talking. Yes. They have not spoken since after media round. And it's obvious that the wife is the reason. And that was how another round again started between Kassia and Nelly. Hey. I was like, what is happening? Insults were just flying up and down. Yes. And then Nelly continued by saying that at least she knows the issue Kassia has with her in the house. That Kassia said something about Onyeka, which she found out was a lie and all that. And Kassia was saying no, that she said 2 things. The first one, Onyeka said. Then the second one, she stated it that was her own thinking, what she felt. So it wasn't a lie. And then Onyeka had gone off talking about how, I mean, they had to go against her. And before we knew what was happening, as usual, Victoria that was not talking in this whole kini, Onyeka added her. While she was insulting Kassia. She started talking about how they planned against her, that Kassia is so desperate. She was fighting for man. She and her gang, they ganged up. They needed Victoria to be Mrs. Mbadiwe by all means, that she's a liar. Her husband is a liar. That the couple, they lied too much. I mean, it was just a lot. Kassia was calling her man chaser. See, that whole kini back and forth for me was just messy. It was just messy. And then Onyeka had continued, and that was when Onyeka had gone to the whole no shower situation and all that. Yes. And for Onyeka was talking about how, I mean, they lied too much, that Kellyrea had even implied that she does not take her bath and all that because a fan of hers had made a post that, I mean, he's lying over fans and all that, that he needed the clout and all that. That was why he had done that. And after doing that, he then posted his deal. He needed clout from her. That was what Onyeka said, that the winner needed her own clout to post his deal. Well, she felt that way, yes. And then, now, Kassia was still going at it with Onyeka. Nelly was still involved. Kellyrea was still involved. I mean, at some point, Onyeka and Kassia were giving themselves, and that was how Chizoba inserted herself. Yes. I mean, at first, Kassia had said something about that was how you said your mother hated you also. Something about that. And Chizoba had said, no, don't say that. And Kassia had ignored Chizoba and continued with the whole banter with Onyeka. And then Kassia had again said, I mean, you spoke about how everybody is jealous of you, how everybody hates you and all that, and how they wanted to poison you. Now I believe you are the one that poisoned your friends. Now I believe you are the one that poisoned your friends. And that was when Chizoba entered the whole picture, yes, telling Kassia that no, she shouldn't say that and all that. And Kassia started telling her, I'm not talking to you, mind your business. And she's like, no, you're talking about my sister, you're talking to my sister, so I mean, you cannot tell me to mind my business. And two of them were sitting beside each other. For me, that whole situation was just so funny. At least we have seen Chizoba speak during this reunion. And what's good for the goose is good for the ganja. If Kassia can't pick offense about things said about her husband, I mean, Chizoba has every right to pick offense about the things said about her sister. That one. Because she's fighting her husband's fight and her fight. So Chizoba too can fight her sister's fight. At least that's the way I see this. Yes. So, it is what it is. And that was it. Oh, all parties were just going at themselves. I'm like, hey, Kilo Day, what is this exactly? And then Victoria had spoken up, talking about how Onyeka said the most vile things about her and all that, called her different names, like waiting with mustache, that Onyeka said the most disgusting things towards her, and has stated that she was going to disgrace her on national TV and all that. So for her to see that Onyeka is sitting down there and saying all she's saying and calling another person a horrible person, you get, it's just very hilarious because Onyeka is the evil and horrible person. And then Kellyrea had inserted to respond to Onyeka regarding the whole tweet and someone not having their bath. That tweet that broke the net where he was talking about someone not bathing and someone bathing. That particular tweet. And for him, he stated that, I mean, that tweet was not directed to anyone. Yes. That for him, I mean, since he came out of the house, there've been a lot of negative things being said about him and all that. So that was just him cruising. Yes, that was just him going with the whole thing. He wasn't going at a particular housemate. That he did not even view the status of the person that made that post. And see, for me, I would say that person that posted that thing caused this issue, as well as he himself not handling it well. But also, why are we fans like this? We tend to post our fave all over our page and then use that page that we have posted our fave so to still drag another housemate, and you expect that housemate will just take it. Like Kellyrea now, he did not take it, and now that's an issue, a big issue between himself and Onyeka. Well, as they were doing the whole, it's a lie, you did this, you did. Now the boy just kuku say, you know what? Okay, I did not even call anybody's name. But since you are saying it is you, blah, 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 I was talking about you. It's okay now, your body will calm down. I was talking about you. You did not bath for 2 weeks. Abi, sure, that's what you want to hear. And for me, I'm like, no. At that point in time, I feel like Kellyrea saying he did not know who the person's fave was. I just agree with Ebuka when Ebuka asked, so why did you say her bat? And in response, he was like, should he have said his or her bat? Now, when you don't know who the fan base of that person is, his or her would have been a better choice to use. Or you could have made a mistake to say his when it's a her that is on the person's DP. Since you say you did not check the DP. For me, that whole talk, for me, it did not really hold water. Yes. And Onyeka, so Onyeka kept on going on and on, talking about how she does not respect people that lie. And the couple, they lie. And that is also the thing that everybody here knows, that she takes her baths. No day goes by without her taking her bath. I mean, she's fresher than them. A lot was said. And then afterwards, Onyeka jumped on the whole Victoria's talking about how she does not respect people who lie, that Victoria's game was to be in a triangle, and that Victoria did not own up to it and was now playing the whole victim game and all that. That Victoria behaved like a snake. Yes. For her, she knew that all those things were happening, and I mean, Victoria wanted to use her best friend in the house and herself. Yes, they wanted to use her and all that. That she met Victoria as a woman and she tried to remove herself from the whole situation. But as much as she tried to remove herself, Victoria did not agree to remove her, and Victoria was always painting her as the bad person. So, I mean, she herself does not lie. And she saw the discussion of the whole triangle talk between Victoria and Sean, where Victoria had agreed that, yes, she was going to do the whole triangle thing. And when she was done, Victoria had spoken. Although Onyeka was just interjecting, and Victoria was like, will you let me talk? Victoria, for me, was calm and she stated her point. Yes, for her, she said that she said Onyeka always like Onyeka was the one that created the whole triangle thing, and that Onyeka is always coming around anytime she is with Ozzy. Yeah, she's the one that created the whole triangle thing, and she was like asking Sean some things. This guy, that whole talk of Onyeka saying the whole triangle thing, she was like, okay, Sean, correct me if I'm wrong. This thing had happened, that conversation happened after Ebuka had asked the question about the triangle. Am I saying the truth? And Sean was like, yes. And she was like, okay, did I not tell you that I did not want that narrative for myself because I have a situation, I have something outside? And Sean was like, yes, that was the conversation. And she was like, you see, that for her, that whole thing, she did not even want the whole triangle thing and all. And Onyeka had come to meet her to ask her if she liked him and all that serere. And she had told Onyeka, if you like him, go ahead, that she's just catching cruise. Yes. And for me, I'm like, okay, Onyeka, if someone likes another person, is it really your business? It's not your business. Well, let me continue with what I was saying. Let me do my own business. Then she went on to say, I mean, that for her, that Onyeka is the type of person that comes to you, make you vulnerable, get things about you, and uses those things against you. That, for example, Onyeka had come to meet her. I mean, from the way Victoria was talking, you could sense that Victoria took Onyeka as a friend at the beginning of the show. Because she stated that, I mean, she was not opening up. So Sean had told Onyeka that, help me talk to this babe, she's not opening up and all that. Onyeka had come to her and Onyeka said a lot. Onyeka was even crying and all. She did not cry, she did not say a word. And Onyeka had gone back to Sean to go and tell him that, see. And then Sean had come to meet her to say, babe, this kind, why will you do something like that? And she then decided to go and meet Onyeka on her bed. And then they had a conversation, and she felt like at that point that, okay, they were chilled, they were cool and all that. Just for Onyeka to start the whole slow talk. And now she had told Onyeka that, you see this slow thing that you're calling me, I don't like it. Onyeka had come to beg her with Kassia. And in fact, as Victoria was talking, Onyeka was just shouting, cap, 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 cap. I'm like, cap, oh yeah, it's okay, cap your mouth too, allow the girl talk. Well, Kassia had agreed that yes, that was the right state of things, that Onyeka had apologized for that, and Victoria was like, but right then after, she continued saying those things. Yes, that for her, Onyeka recreates things, that even the things that she did not say to Onyeka carried them to go and say it to Sean, that she had said some things, and then Onyeka was like what? And Sean was like, oh, he not even remember again. Maybe he had said something, but he doesn't even remember the whole situation again. Well, what did they call her? Victoria ended her own speech by saying that there are clips everywhere. So Onyeka sitting down there and lying just makes her look more stupid. Well, Onyeka has stated that because Ebuka had asked her that, you seem not to realize or own up to the fact that your gameplay actually did affect some people. And to that, Onyeka had said that she apologized at the end of the show. Yes, that the contract she signed, she did not see where they said you are coming with your friends and all that. What she saw, she did not see kumbaya. She saw competition and all that. So she came for a competition. And for her, there's no monopoly to a game. And anywhere she saw an opportunity, she took it. Yeah, she took that space. And she entertained the whole of Africa, and she held down the show. Yes. Now, Ebuka had in his last words said that, I mean, you are not meant to be on the show if you have an issue or if you are upset about people playing their game. And for me, that was the right way to end the show. That's today's own. Because I feel like even the Onyeka that is talking, she said she's offended with how other people also played their game. The same way she's doing, I play my game. She is also hot about how other people play their game. Because if she is not, by now, she for not say she forgets say Wani bin caller. show don't end, he don't play in game finish, so he suppose don't throw away all those things for him back. And I'm sorry to say, the Onyeka that we saw inside the house isn't really different from the one we are seeing post-show. And this is my own honest view about this whole situation. But let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. Yes, for me, this particular episode, insults were just flying up and down. That's all I have for you guys on this particular video. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. Please like this video, share this video, and comment. I love you all so much. Bye, guys.